Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the 302 Birds x Cahtah Media pregame show. Happy to be here today. Happy to be here with y'all today. Eagles got the Packers tonight at home. Last time we played the Packers at home, we whooped that ass with Devontae Adams. So I personally don't even think I know it's going to happen again, but I'm joined here today by two awesome guests. You guys know Cole Tom, of course, from Cahtah Media. Cole, how we doing today, brother man?
No, I'm doing great. Last night, all the college kids stole all my coin after the Michigan game, but today we bounced back, and the Eagles come on, and they're going to win 2 in a row.
I love it. And you got the drip on today, the fit, looking fresh. I love that hat. We were talking about it pregame. Hopefully that drip will bring us some good luck, but moreover, I mean, if some drip is going to bring us some good luck, it's going to be the guy that's going in the game today. Alex, how we doing today?
Dude, look at this. We're doing well. It's a great day. We're up early, getting ready for the Birds. So let's get a win going, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, are you going in today? Did you have any words with Nick before the game about what position you might be going out for, or?
Honestly, dude. So we prepared to be a little bit of a punter, but back in the locker room, we discussed it a lot, and I'm gonna be a wide receiver today. Honestly, looking for some touches on the ball.
Let's go. I'm picking you up on my fantasy team on the waiver wire beforehand. And you guys know, of course, somebody else that's joining us here in a second. I'm going to stall for him a little bit because I think he's trying to get a helmet of his own if I recognize his ADHD like I recognize my own. Mr. KJ McCoy. How we doing tonight?
Oh, this is a real helmet.
The visor.
Yeah. Let's go.
All black with the
I don't know. I
Black
think
with
Alex
black.
is.
All right,
I
let's
think
go.
you two should go head to head, and
Yeah,
like, you should see
who can handle this?
Let's go.
This is Kelly Green.
It's midnight green now. Let's go. Let's go.
That's actually a great first topic, though. Thank you guys for making me think about that. Do you guys think these new black helmets, are you excited for them? Do you not like them? Do you like the midnight green better? I mean, I'm personally a fan of the new helmets. What do you guys think?
Both. I like the midnight green. I like the Kelly green. I like the black. I like all of them. They're all fire. Best uniforms in the league.
Yeah. I agree.
Do you think that these could be a bad luck charm tonight or jinx? Like, what if the Eagles lose this game tonight? Are you never, ever wearing these helmets again? Because I'm that kind of guy. I'm not going to lie to you.
No. They've lost plenty of games in the midnight green helmets. They've lost games. They're going to lose. And at some point in the future, they're going to lose games in the blackout. But tonight's not that night.
Oh!
Tonight is
I
not
think
that
they'll be all right. I think it's going to be a good game. I'm pumped. I think they're going to come out, especially with the whole Batman motive they have, the whole Batman thing. I think it adds more to the fire, especially with these black helmets. I think it actually makes it really authentic, and I'm pumped for it, to be honest. But I can't wait, though, next year for the Kelly Green helmets. That's going to be insane. We've been waiting for that for a long time, and it's been long overdue for sure. So, but I think they made a good decision this year, but put out the black helmets. I think it'll be dope.
That's what everybody's been waiting for, too. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, look at Alex. He's been patient as hell over there waiting for the Kelly Green, right?
For sure.
Dude, I've been waiting for this since I was probably I was born in '99, so around like 2000, I was ready for this. So yeah, it's wild, dude. But yeah, it's a great thing. I think it's cool both ways. I think the midnight and the blackout both, or midnight or black. What are you putting here? Okay, I think
blackout or midnight green, dyslexia.
Yeah, I know. I think the blackout is dope, but I am obviously more pumped for the Kelly Green ultimately. But yeah, it should be good. I think we'll lose in every color, as Cole said, but tonight's
we'll
not
win in
bad.
every color too.
Exactly. I
We'll
agree.
win tonight.
Yes, sir.
In black, like Cole said. We talked about this on the show this week. I kind of wanted to recycle this graphic as well. So for you guys who saw this on 302 Birds, I do apologize, but I'll let Alex and Cole kind of take this more. We're halfway through the year pretty much, more than halfway. Sirianni's the favorite for Coach of the Year. Hurts is in second place for MVP. Going into the season, have we exceeded your expectations? Are we where we're supposed to be? Do you think we're overreacting? What do you think?
Dude, you're going to be like, what the hell? But I can pull up a text of me texting someone saying, through 10, we'll be 9-1. So, I mean, bold statement on my end, and I'll back that up with the fact that I did say I don't know who will get the loss to, and it was not who I wanted it to be ultimately. But in terms of my wild nature of thinking, this is right on with my expectations, but I didn't know how, when, or what way. So I'm really proud of the boys, and I think we're doing great. That's the main thing here.
Yeah, I think so.
Before the season, I talked a lot to people, and I said the Eagles were going to be very good this year. I had them going about 12-5, 13-4, said that they're going to go about 8-2, 9-1 through their first 10 games. I actually have a futures bet, and the last leg of it is Jalen Hurts, league MVP. So I'm hoping that it happens. I would say we're right around where I expected, though.
What is the rest of that futures bet on a side note? Because now I'm kind of interested.
It was a two-legger. I made it the day. It was the day I was at the day the Phillies beat the Cardinals in the wild card round. I did the Phillies to beat the Braves, and Jalen Hurts to win league MVP. Put it in. I think I put like $2 to win like 100 or something like that. So Phillies beat the Braves. Jalen Hurts just needs that league MVP.
Very, very solid bet, dude.
Yes.
Good.
I agree.
Good foresight there.
Yes, sir.
KJ, you got anything you think about Sirianni? I mean, I know I made my TikTok about it, so I've talked enough about it. Everybody knows how I feel.
Yeah, well, I think Sirianni is honestly, he is coaching a storm this year. I mean, the way that he has just been able to take this team underneath his wing is it's insane. His second year as a coach in the NFL, it just shows that he just wants to win. And obviously the Washington loss wasn't the game we wanted. It wasn't the outcome we wanted. But it is what it is. You're going to lose games, and some people start calling you frauds and everything like that. And honestly, I don't really take it. I don't think it's really accurate at all. I think we still have a good team. And I think even slipping that win against the Colts last week helps us out with our confidence this week coming up. So I'm excited. I'm pumped. And Sirianni, keep on rocking and rolling. Let's go.
Do you think that, and this is a good point of discussion too, do you think that sometimes Philly fans are too hard on our teams when we get a loss? Or do you think it's warranted when we freak out?
I'll go on this first. So I think, honestly, we're a passionate city. The main sport we care about is really the Eagles. We bleed green.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not really any good college football teams like around here. So college football is like maybe secondary or like I don't even know about that. But football, it's a football town. And if you're not on the Eagles wagon, what are you doing? I mean, if you live in Philly, you're crazy and you're not an Eagles fan. But the thing is, yeah, we're hard on our players because we want to see them succeed. We want to be in a championship. We want to be in a Super Bowl every year. It's not reality, but yeah, honestly, I think the Philly fans hard on the players and coaches. No, because we expect a certain, I guess you could say, a certain standard from them. We expect a certain standard, and I think honestly, from the way that it's happened this year, I mean, we thought we were going to go undefeated. Some people thought that. I didn't think that. I think it's good to get one loss, kind of get out of the way. And, yeah, Philly fans are some of the toughest fans. It's going to happen, and some players just can't take the heat. Jalen Reagor. But it is what it is. You just got
Ben Simmons.
I could go on and on. But Philly's a tough city, and you just got to be able to swallow the bullet and just play ball.
All right. So the honest answer here, yes and no. But to put things like in perspective, if you look at any player that gets added to our roster, we just had 2 players added to our roster. Within 35 minutes, they have 200 comments and way more likes on their pictures, stuff like that. So Philly fans are super welcoming. We're super like we support our players and stuff like that. But if you mess up and like we'll also let you know that. Like, well, hey, you had a bad game. Maybe you're the reason that we lost this one, blah, blah, blah. But that kind of stuff, certain people can bring it in and toughen up, make them a better player. And some people, they just DM you back and they talk trash and they don't understand the position of power that they have of being this NFL player. So, yeah, of course we're tough. And how damn right, like, that's the way we should be. That's what we've always been. That's what we'll continue to be.
I think also when a player like Jalen Reagor stoops down to that level, like you're saying, Alex, like, do you remember, I forget, I'm not going to say the exact thing because it's pretty bad what he said to the kid, but the kid like DM'd him and he's like, yo, Jalen, you fucking suck. Like after the game, it was after the Giants game, which you guys know, cue the footage. There was that one, catch that we could have won the game. And the second catch that we could have won the game that he both dropped. So understandably so, Eagles fans are going to be upset after that. But at the same time, like, you got to understand, like, you got to be accountable too. Like, it's very similar to that Zach Wilson situation that's going on right now. Like, if that shit happened in Philadelphia, Zach Wilson would need to get traded immediately. Like, the second Carson Wentz wasn't accountable anymore, his ass was gone. So it's a huge city with accountability. That's why I think people like Embiid thrive here. But you got to be able to be accountable and be humble and realize, okay, when I'm at my best, they're going to have my back. Like Alex said, I'm going to be getting 200 comments on my Instagram photos. But when I'm at my worst, it doesn't mean that they're going to necessarily be rude to me. It's also like up to mental interpretation. Like I think a lot of people in our society are kind of softer nowadays and can't take criticism really well. And it's like, okay, if you sit down and think about what are they saying, you're like, okay, is the majority of this true? Can I go back to the drawing board and actually improve from it? Might learn something.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And a prime example of the accountability is Alec Boehm. Early on in the first series.
That's a great example.
I was just thinking about
the first 3 innings. Then he says he fucking hates this place. Gets booed, comes back into the locker room after and says, yeah, I said it. Did I mean it? No, but I said it's something I didn't mean. I'm sorry. What happens is next at bat in the next game? He gets a standing ovation. If you hold yourself accountable, these fans will thrive off of it. Alec Boehm held himself accountable, and he went out there, and he improved. So that's a prime example. Then you have people like Ben Simmons and Carson Wentz who are soft. Jalen Hurts, when he has bad games, he had bad games at the very beginning of last year. Got trashed for it a little bit. Held himself accountable. Continued to improve. And now he's one of the top 3 MVP candidates.
Yeah, I think you could even argue top 2 because the Bills have kind of fallen off a little bit. I know Bills fans don't want to hear that, but I personally, for me, it goes Mahomes.
Lost to the Lions on Thanksgiving, dude.
For me,
my dad looked at me like 5 or 6 years ago and was like, don't ever, it might have been less than that, don't ever let me bet the Lions on Thanksgiving again. They had a fucking 15-point favorite, and they lost it. Oh, my God.
Did you bet on the Lions?
Me?
No.
Yeah, no, he wanted to bet.
Oh, I did.
Oh, you did?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I bet them on the spread. They covered. I'm sharp like that, KJ. You know this. I'm sharp like that.
Yeah, no, I know that.
They did cover the spread this year, and yeah.
There it is. There's my same gamer for the day.
Yeah, what do we call this? The Cole Tom?
Yeah, we'll call it the Cole Tom parlay. This is the Eagles' same gamer. Listen, Jair Alexander is me guarding A.J. Brown. Jair Alexander is one of the best corners in the game. So A.J. Brown's not going to have, like he did against the Steelers, per se, where he's just going to get open all the time. So I expect a big game out of Devontae Smith. Jalen Hurts, they're going to throw the ball a lot. But also Jalen Hurts is going to – we know he likes to make plays with his legs. Give me a touchdown for Jalen Hurts and 45-plus rushing yards. And this is just going to be another game that staples Jalen Hurts' MVP candidacy. So he's going to throw for about 200 yards today. That's the parlay. If you want to make money, ride it. If you don't, be a loser then.
How much you putting on this big guy?
Probably 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
I mean, there you got the over, the under, the money line. The Eagles are pretty much favorited. If I was taking any of these, I'd probably take the under with the weather today. What are you thinking, Alex?
Yeah, the ball's gonna be slippery, and honestly, neither of these quarterbacks are great in those conditions. So I'm gonna pump the under.
An interesting one. I know it's gonna be like minus 120. I thought about teasing the spread, the Eagles -6 and the under about 6.5 points. So it's basically a money line for the Eagles and under 52.5. I like that a lot. I think that's a great pick for a great teaser. It doesn't have the highest payout, but if you're just looking for some way to get some coin, that's the best way to do it.
Do I think that the rain will affect the rain? My freshman year, R.A. Tony, yes, I do think that the rain will affect the rain today. Like Alex said, the ball is going to be slippery. No pun intended. But in all seriousness, no. Like, yeah, it's going to be tough. If I'm the Eagles, I'm running the ball a lot today. That's why I like Cole's Jalen Hurts, 45-plus alternate rushing yards. Devontae Smith, 44.5. He needs 45 yards. That is the only part of this that I think I'm a little bit scared of.
Literally.
The over 194 yards, I think I expect. That's like pretty minimal for the Eagles right now, the way that they're passing. The 45-plus alternate rushing yards and the anytime touchdown, we know what Jalen Hurts is going to do during the game. The only thing that I'm nervous about in this is the over 44.5 yards. But if I'm rocking out with Alex, I'm taking the under today just for the weather. And you guys see Eagles 82% money line favorite per DraftKings. So 82% of people are predicting us to win.
I'm not no weatherman, but what I'm seeing right now, 8 o'clock is supposed to be 40% rain. So, I mean, the game starts at 8:30. So, I don't know if it will rain or not, but it's to be raining for a couple hours. So, the field's going to be wet. I mean, I don't know if they're going to do what baseball does and put a tarp over it or not. But, I mean, if they do, it'll help it out. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, if it's not raining, I think it'll be good. If it is raining, yeah, you're going to have to run the ball a little bit more.
Yeah, because Jalen doesn't wear a glove. He wears one glove, right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
He's a superhero. That's why he doesn't wear a glove, because he's a superhero.
Yeah, he's no Teddy Bridgewater. He doesn't wear 2 gloves.
He loves Teddy.
That's weird. That is a weird phenomenon, the glove-wearing QB thing.
Yeah. I can't do it. I tried doing it this weekend playing Thanksgiving football, and I can't do it with 2 gloves. I'm so better with just one glove.
It's not natural. You need to have that feeling on the ball, personally.
Yeah, and you just can't throw it as far either. I feel like you're not as accurate either. It's just, I mean, but certain players, yeah, Teddy Bridgewater shows it. I mean, you can, but it's.
He has 2 glove Teddy.
He's got 2. That's what I'm saying. He can.
2 glove Teddy.
Yeah.
Speaking of gloves, wide receivers, who do you guys got balling out today? You got Quez, you got AJ Brown, you got Devontae Smith. I know obviously Cole's going to be rooting for Smitty with the bet that he's got down. Anybody else you guys see as a sleeper? Anybody you think can break out? Because, I mean, I'll go first real quick. Mine is Pascal. That guy's kind of been like a real sleeper. Me and my dad a couple weeks ago put a $75 bet down on Pascal for an anytime touchdown score, and it was like plus 1,000. We won probably maybe 700, 800 bucks from it. So we each netted like 350, 400. So that kind of bet, that's one that I think Pascal's kind of a guy that might lose attention. The Eagles are at home tonight. Maybe, the field's a little bit more dry by then. I don't know. I guess who said that they knew about the weather earlier? Was that you, KJ?
That was me.
What did you say it was supposed to be at game time?
So 8 o'clock, it's 40%. And in 8:30, that's when the game starts. 9 o'clock, it's not supposed to be raining anymore.
Yeah, so I mean, I think maybe it dries down a little bit, and maybe somebody like Pascal on some kind of a screen or wheel route ends up in the end zone. That would be at least my prediction for wideouts.
Right.
I'm rolling with Skinny Batman. I think AJ Brown is not. I don't think AJ Brown's going to get locked up, but I don't think AJ Brown's going to have a top level game because of the rain, because he's got Jair Alexander on him, and I think it's going to force Jalen Hurts to look to his second option, especially with Dallas Goedert out. His second option is Devontae Smith. And, I just expect him to have a big game. And on the Packers side, Christian Watson. They love throwing to him. And little than do people know, Aaron Rodgers throws very well in the rain. He does. He's performed very well in the rain over his career. And I expect Christian Watson to get his. I mean, we're facing Aaron Rodgers. Bad of a season as he's going to have, he's going to get his tonight. So, and Christian Watson has been balling out for him, and he's going to continue to.
And it's not 60 degrees. So, but honestly, yeah, I agree with Cole on that too. But I got to go with AJ Brown. I think AJ is going to step up. I mean, there was obviously he had a little bit of an injury last week. I also think he's a little pissed about that fumble that he had, even though we did win the game last weekend. But yeah, I think AJ will come out. I think, he is playing Jair Alexander, but I think Jalen's going to go to him a lot tonight, and he's just going to moss the heck out of him. I really think he's just going to go up there and just get it. So I'll see. I think AJ gets maybe a touchdown or 2. I hope.
I hope you're right. Alex?
I don't mean to piggyback off, but yeah, it's AJ Brown for me as well. He's coming back from a mediocre week last week, and he is a real Philly show. I think he's shows Philly toughness and what it means to be cocky as hell randomly. And I like that, and I think we'll have a great game.
Beautiful. And now Packers preview. I mean, we're going up against this team you think we'll win, we'll lose, and going off of that, because this will be our last topic of the day, fellas, score predictions too.
Yep.
I'm up.
Yeah, you're up.
Yep.
All right. Phillies W. I'm going to go 21-7. Yeah, I think we'll handle the ball. I didn't really think about like how he is good in the rain. That will play into effect, but I think we'll handle ourselves accordingly. Get 3 touchdowns, call it a day.
Yeah, they're a 4-7 team as well. You know what I mean? They're not the Packers that they were.
No. I think the Packers still get their own. I think there's one of the better 4-7 teams we're gonna see ever. But I do think the Eagles come out on top. I do think they cover the 6.5. I got the Eagles 24-17. And overall, I think we're going to see a very, very big first half out of the Eagles. And we're going to just see one of those games where it's like 21-7 at halftime, 21-3. And the Packers start crawling back. And the Eagles just hold them off at the end. And they hang on and win.
I agree. I think it's going to be that kind of game. I think the Eagles take this game 27-21. I think the Packers are going to have a shaky first half, but then Rodgers is going to start playing like old Rodgers, not really like the whole where it's the Super Bowl winning quarterback. But I'll say I think Rodgers, even though he is playing with a broken thumb, I still think he's going to persevere and play through these conditions. And he's going to have a pretty decent game, but it's just not going to be enough to beat this Eagles team. I think the confidence from last week, I mean, that they only lost by 1 point. I think they're kind of pissed off about it, and they're going to come in this game. They're going to use all that energy, and they're just going to come out firing on the Packers and hopefully take this game. I would say, yeah, I said 27-21.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll go off that. Go ahead. Sorry. My fault.
I was going to say, I think there's some jersey juice going on with these new jerseys today, a little electricity.
Yeah, I think so.
So you're feeling it tonight? The players going to be amped up, new uniforms, new helmets, ready to rock?
They're going to be in Batman mode, man.
So Philly to just be like, new uniforms.
I'm with that, yeah. I'm with Alex. Jersey juice, as he calls it. There's going to be jersey juice, helmet juice, whatever you want to talk about. There's a new feeling to it, a new element that the Eagles are bringing to the table tonight. All black, murdered out. Yeah, I mean, Philly, there's no way that you should lose this game. Hell, if I was the Eagles during the World Series, the Phillies brought in Meek Mill for a game. I would bring in Meek Mill tonight if I was the Eagles to hype this team up. Tough game. Even though the Packers are 4-7, like we said, they aren't the team that they were. Aaron Rodgers plays well in the rain. Give me 29-24 Philadelphia Eagles on top. And I can't believe I'm saying this. Improved to 10-1. I did not think that this was possible at the beginning of the year, even though, I mean, we all kind of said it. But, I mean, we're here right now, and it's like, okay, the Eagles are pretty much a lock to make the playoffs. And pretty much, if they keep it up, a lock to have a first-round bye. So that's kind of scary to think about the Eagles in the NFC Championship at home. That would be
field advantage. Oh my God,
that tailgate would go crazy.
Yes.
Oh,
sure.
The juice that we drink at the D3 tailgates is called Jersey juice too. I just remember, so the Jersey juice is really. I'm gonna have to go out and get the ingredients. It's literally pineapple, low grade vodka, and 7-Up ice, and you got Jersey juice.
No, that actually sounds really good. I want to try that now. Sounds like something
is.
we might have to incorporate at the tailgates.
Yes.
Dude, a little mix, put in one of those big coolers, call it that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Alex will bring to the tailgates. You guys, you know where to find us when you come to the tailgates too, section G2. Probably won't be there tonight just because the rain, but if I change my mind, I'll post it on our Instagram and TikTok. But as of now, I think I'm going to probably stay here because I don't have any tickets. I don't want to go sit in there. But KJ McCoy, everybody.
I will be
will
there.
Be there tonight. He'll let you guys know where to find him and take some stickers with you too, handsome.
Will do. I got to get some more. Send me some virtually or something because I got to get some more.
Yeah, I'll get you some more when I see you in person next. I got you.
Sounds good for sure.
But yeah, guys, that's all we got for you. As you guys know, it's an intro, not an outro, Zep. God bless. Go Birds. Appreciate y'all.
Go Birds.